Okay, we'll see you after the game or pop time. Okay, good luck.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the League One Ontario Game of the Week. My name is Pierce Lang. It's funny to call it the Game of the Week as we're going to have two more. We already played one yesterday. This one tonight is between Alliance United and ProStars FC. We're here at Vaughan Grove in Vaughan. A little recap of last night's action. We did see a 2-0 victory for the Simcoe County Rovers over the North Toronto Nitros. A very tight game. Very much a matchup of two teams who were surging at the end of the season. You'll have to give me a second while my internet speeds up here and finally gets me the information about that game. We'll come back to that in a moment, though, friends. Couple things to keep in mind here as you get set up for this match today. Starting in goal for ProStars is going to be Jared Maloney. Al James is going to be on the left side of that back four with Victor Gallo and Barry Kahn in the middle. Carlo DeFeo is going to be on the right side. In the middle, you've got three lined up with Mark Wojciechowski, Alex Ziss, and Mashoud Raymond. Then up front, you're going to have Faris Amari, Amir Kanani, and Chris Campoli. Over on the other side, in the bright orange, you've got Alliance United, Dusan Kovacevic up front. Then we've got Kushin Azemi on the left side of the midfield. You've got Artem Tesker in the middle. And Achu Savanathan on the right side. Then in the middle, you've also got Stakic and Montero. And then your back four are going to be Niran Savanathan, Kenny Leotis, Jacob Murado Robinson, and I'm pretty sure there's one player who's missing off there, Sam Gardner. And we're underway here, friends. Sliding challenge there from Captain Victor Gallo as he protests that that ball may have gone off of the attacker, but no love given to Gallo there from the officiating crew. This ball's going to go all the way back to Alian, who's been an absolutely outstanding performer since Alliance have entered this league. A team that have prided themselves on being one of the best teams in the league. Ball pushed out to the right side, swung into the middle, in towards goal, and that's going to whistle just wide of Jared Maloney's net and ends up going out of bounds for first throw-in for ProStars. Long ball put into play. Unable to be controlled. This is Matt Montero who's got the ball and it's being worked around. This is Niran Savanathan putting it into the corner. Kushin Azemi now with it, but he's dispossessed. Carlo DeFeo with it now, switching play over to the opposite side. ProStars working the ball through the middle. This is Alexis pushing it out wide once again. Campoli on it now. Campoli across the face of goal, headed away. Pop back up into the air. Campoli with it now. Remen playing it back. Khan gives it back to Brian Khan. Alexis backpedaling, switching it back to Gallo. These two teams met earlier in the season. Ooh, slip up by Gallo, and he's going to work hard to try and professional foul there from Gallo. Referee reaching into his pocket. Yellow card, no question there, as he held back the attacker. Achu Savanathan charging in towards goal, and Victor Gallo with the professional foul, denying him the goal-scoring opportunity. Well, potential goal-scoring opportunity. But a dangerous position here for the first free kick for Alliance. Looks as though Artem Tesker standing over the ball, but he's moved off of it. Five-man wall standing at the top of the box. Ball played in and whistles it wide, or well over the top of the goal, rather than. This is Carlo DeFeo cutting inside, taking his time. Works it back. Alexis with it now on the sideline. Finds DeFeo. DeFeo too long on the ball. It's popped up into the air. Tesker with it now, but he's taken off the ball, and ProStars get the call. Interesting to note that this ProStars team have been so good this season in turning around from what was perennially a bottom table team, a bit of a running joke to fans of the league in years past, but with the addition of head coach John Yaku, this team's really turned things around and become somewhat of a powerhouse as Carlo DeFeo's header skitters off of the top of the attacker's head, but apparently it didn't touch near in Savannathan. In talking with head coach Yaku before the game. Well, let's hold off on that for a second as Savannathan is pulled down by DeFeo, and it's a second yellow in as many minutes here for ProStars as two players who previously signed up for Blue Devils FC or suited up for Blue Devils FC last year have both been shown yellow here in the first several minutes of this match. But I was saying how I was talking to head coach John Yaku before the game, and a lot of people had written this team off and weren't ready to give it much credit, and they've really proved the doubters wrong. So it's all about the attitude that these players have shown and their desire to step up every game, and you could see it throughout throughout the season. Headed in towards goal. We've got our opening goal of the game. Fabulous ball put into the box by number 4, Nicholas Sakic, and a glancing header into the open goal. And it looks to be Niren Savannathan, who's the goal scorer. I'll have confirmation just a moment. They've given the goal to Sakic, but I don't know if that's correct. We'll have confirmation of that shortly. No, there it is. Savannathan awarded the goal.
Yeah, I think it was a cheat. Come on! Oh my God!
Appeals for
This is ridiculous. What a fixed game
a
already.
reversal in the call, and you can hear the fans aren't too enthusiastic about the officiating so far.
Vito. Well done, ref. What a joke. Let the boys have a fair game.
Sakic is over the ball again. Or this is Sam Gardner, rather, that. Giving it to Leotis. Leotis with it now. Taking his time. Sakic laying it off. Leotis being closed down by Kanani. Praveen Ahelan so confident in that Alliance goal, and another yellow card here. Third yellow in the opening minutes of this match. We're not even 12 minutes in, and we've had yellows for DeFeo, Gallo, and Mashoud Remen. It's my umbrella. You'll have to forgive me here as I was taking a moment to get my umbrella out. We missed the thunderstorms that we were expecting earlier tonight. Thankfully, I know I was on my way up here really, really hoping that this match would get played because I think this is one that's
Ref, the player's got to come off.
been really, really on a lot of people's minds to figure out
Jesus Christ.
who's certainly going to be playing
This is disgusting.
in the semifinals.
Get rid of it.
As Vaughn and Blue Devils FC are both laying in wait to see who wins this one. It'll be really interesting. I think if Alliance win, they'll be taking on
God, come on.
Blue Devils FC. And no matter what, if ProStars win, they're going to be playing Vaughn. So that's already a foregone conclusion as to who each of these teams would be playing. Long throw in headed away by Al James. Sabanathan gets the ball back. Stops, cuts back inside. He's so dangerous, so quick with the ball at his feet. ProStar is able to clear their ends only as far as Stackage. He pops it up over the top. Cleared from harm by ProStars. Kanani giving chase. Ball goes back to Ahilan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ferris Kanani whistled down for the foul, and he's going to get a word from the referee. No yellow card this time round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quickly put back into play by Alliance United. Leotis playing it out wide. Stackage with it now. Turned over. Opportunity knocking. Ball put into the corner. Edge of the box cutting inside. Chipped into the middle. Bouncing. Ferris Kanani with it now. Back across the face of goal. Dangerous ball in the box. Taken down. No call from the referee. And it's a goal kick.
Oh, well, come on. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, ref.
And you can hear
Make me sick.
the crowd not exactly thrilled with the call on the field there. I'm going to move over here to this other side. Maybe give a little more unbiased opinion from the fans here. Get a better view from a little higher as well. As the ball goes out and Al James to take the throw quickly. No one in position though for ProStars. Headed clear by Robinson, but only as far as James. He's able to bring it down. Sliding challenge. And there's a yellow card for Matt Montero. Interesting little matchup here. Not that they'll probably cross paths that often, but Matt Montero and Carlo DeFeo, two players who played for a while at McMaster University together. But we've got 4 yellow cards so far here in the first 20 minutes, I believe. You'll have to forgive me, the score clock is quite some ways away here. Alex Ziff standing over the ball right now. Alex Ziff with 8 goals on the season. Always a danger to score from these long-range blasts. See if he puts it in on goal, and he does. Nodded on towards the goal by sorry, just confirming here. Amir Kanani. I think I called Amari Ferris Kanani earlier. You'll have to forgive me for that. Alex is heading that ball down, but he's closed down by Montero. Bouncing around Campoli with it now, and DeFeo to chase. DeFeo taken down. And this is going to be another yellow card. And it's going to go to Kusha Nazemi. And it's 1-1 on the scoreboard for goals, but it's 3-2 for yellow cards here in the first half as this game continues to be very chippy. We're 20 minutes in here. This game is... It's getting spicy, folks. Certainly lots to talk about. Very exciting. Opportunities left, right, and center for guys to get in a strong challenge, that's for certain. This is the University of Guelph grad. Alex Ziss standing over the ball. Looking to switch play. Amari's over there. Al James got a shoulder into the back of Svanathan and held him up from getting to the ball, but it's going to go out for an Alliance throw. Play whistle down as Dusan Kovacevic was deemed to have handled the ball there on that attacking play. This is DeFeo with it now. Outside of the boot, looking for Campoli. Campoli with it now. Al James being closed down by Sabanathan. Amari. Amari gets it back. Out wide for DeFeo. Carlo DeFeo fakes across. He's got it on his right foot, still coming across the top of the box, but Ferris Amari with it now, charging down towards the byline, puts it across the face of goal. Al James rockets a shot in towards goal and whistles that one just wide of Praveen Ahilan's goal and out for a goal kick. Ahilan's ball, not exactly what he was hoping for, I would imagine. This is taken down, no call on the play. Ball comes out off of a ProStars player, and it's going to be an Alliance throw-in. More complaints for Kusha Nazemi to be booked after he's already been booked once so far in the first half. Nazemi nods that ball on, and he was looking for Tesker, but Tesker wasn't able to get on to the end of it. Long throw in for Alliance, and it's going to go all the way back. And Praveen Ahilan pumps the ball up the pitch, and Carlo DeFeo is going to escort that one out of bounds for an Alliance, or for a ProStars throw, rather, that. DeFeo with a big long throw, but is unable to find Kanani. This gets a nudge from behind by Stakic, and another seeking ball finds its way in towards the ProStars goal, but Jared Maloney able to scoop that up with no trouble at all. Poor pass looking for Remen, but ProStars able to win the ball back, but only goes as far as Matt Montero. Carlo DeFeo taken down, and the referee was looking to reach into his pocket to reprimand Kusha Nazemi, but patience wins out. This is Campoli, though, now. The ball on his right foot, laying it off for DeFeo. DeFeo is going to go back to Alex Ziss, who's got a bit of time. We'll see what he can do with it. Always so creative with the ball on his foot. Kanani with the shot indoors, goal, and just whistling it wide of the far post and out for a goal kick. You'll see the play evolve rather, that for ProStars through their creative midfielder, Alex Ziss, who's a known commodity here in League One Ontario. Certainly had an outstanding season last year with Guelph United while he was able to play. He missed a couple games towards the end of the season and actually ended up being injured for the final. But made the switch halfway through this season along with Carlo DeFeo and a couple other players who joined this squad. Emmanuel Isaac, who's not suiting up today, injured a hamstring in training this week, would have been a great addition. Actually only made it onto the roster last week for the final game of the season, and unfortunately probably one of my favorite players to ever suit up in this league, unable to play after searching and waiting it out all season long to find himself on a squad. This is Alex Ziss with it now, giving it back to the captain, Victor Gallows. He's closed down very quickly by Kovacevic. Kovacevic puts the ball into the middle, but Gallo comes away with it, or rather that's Remen. Remen's clearance only as far as half. Matt Montero popping a ball up into the air. Carlo DeFeo going up to battle for it. Remen's touch lets him down, and Remen with a good job of getting a shoulder onto the attacker and slowing Nazemi down there. Big booming kick from Maloney up over half. DeFeo with it now. This near side. Ziss cutting back. Waiting for things to develop, and he's got searching ball. Ooh. Lovely little play set up there, but unable to connect the dots were ProStars, and Kovacevic wasn't able to get to it before Victor Gallo, but Victor got a hand to that ball as it popped up off the pitch. We got a substitution coming here as 16 will be coming in for 9, and that's, or 19, so that's Nazemi coming off with his yellow card. And so, yeah, that's Sean Sigelwachs coming in for Nazemi. Sigelwachs, the player who's certainly been getting a lot of playing time with this squad, featured last week in their match as well. This is Achu Savanathan, and he's shouldered off the ball by Victor Gallo. No harm, no foul, according to our referee. And we'll go out for a goal kick. Ball being worked around on the far side by Alliance as they try and get themselves out of trouble, going all the way back to the keeper. Ahelan pumping one up as far as Al James. Al James, ageless wonder, getting up there and getting ahead to it. Another member of this back line that have won a League One Ontario championship. He's won 2 League One Ontario championships with Blue Devils FC in 2015 and 2017. Ferris Amari with it now. Amari slowing things down, waiting for reinforcements. He gets it back on the far sideline. Amari will find Alex Ziss, who's closed down quickly, playing it into space, and ball will get worked around to DeFeo, who's got a bit of time on his hands, cutting back inside, still with it on his right foot, tries to put a pass into the box, and that pass is blocked. Al James faking a shot in towards goal, putting it out wide for Amari. Ferris Amari putting a right-footed ball in towards the box, and it's brought down by Ziss. Ziss, a bit of fancy footwork, maintains possession, feeds DeFeo. Ziss and DeFeo working a really nice partnership here on the right side of the pitch. Ziss's entry pass in towards his teammates was blocked. This chipping one up, and that one's going to be deemed offside by the assistant referee here on this near side. And a good little crowd here gathering in Vaughan Grove as people are anticipating what's going to be a real good game, I'm thinking, if things keep as spicy as they've been tonight. Both coaches expecting good games.
Take it yourself. Come on.
A direct quote from Alliance head coach Ilya Orlov is he's expecting a good game. This is Achu Sabanathan. Shot blocked. Sabanathan with the follow-up, and Sabanathan, the second of the game. 27 minutes. Sabanathan with his second. Great work staying with the play. Gets his own rebound. And it's 2-0 for Alliance. And that's taken the win from the sails of a lot of these ProStars fans that were gathered here to cheer on the team in white. Night is still young though, folks. We saw this ProStars team battle back to get themselves a draw against Guelph United earlier this season. ProStars have a very good veteran presence. Actually, correct that. That was a win for ProStars over Guelph United earlier this season. They also knocked off a perennial powerhouse in Sigma. They beat champions Guelph, Simcoe Rovers, Woodbridge, and this very Alliance United squad. They did suffer some expected losses as they lost to Vaughan and Blue Devils FC, but and North Toronto, who also made the playoffs, but some less impressive losses throughout the season, including Waterloo, Electric City FC, and St. Catharines Roma Wolves. Their only draw coming against North Mississauga. This Alliance United team's been really, really strong coming into the playoffs as another whistle is blown. Looks to be Kanani on the ground. So he'll get back up to his feet slowly. find his way back up the pitch. Yeah, so this Alliance squad has been on an 8-game unbeaten streak since that 2-0 loss on June 24th to this very same ProStars squad. Ball whipped into the middle. Zis taking a shot, and that's going to go well wide, well high, nowhere really near the net. And some things that have happened that aren't to be unexpected are Achud Savananthan getting a goal or two here. He's got the brace. He's had 11 goals on the season. His brother, Nurin Savananthan, with 7, and Johnson Amu, who's not even on the pitch right now, has 6 as their third leading scorer. Praveen Ahalan, again with another really, really good season. I mentioned before what a strong defensive team this Alliance side has been since joining the league. He, again, had 9 clean sheets this year. This is Amari taking the quick throw. He's found Al James. Victor Gallo pumping a ball up, but not really on any kind of target. This is Savananthan evading a tackle from Al James. Savananthan still with full head of steam. So quick is Savananthan, but unable to get past Victor Gallo. Carlo DeFeo with it now. Zis being closed down. I'll get it back out to DeFeo. Biotashkovsky was looking very dangerous there as he's finally getting a little bit of involvement in the match after being a little dormant so far here in the first half. Everybody lined up in the box here for this ProStars corner kick. Right-footed outswinger. Ooh, just whiffed on by Kanani. Victor Gallo's blast towards goal is blocked by Kovacevic, and it'll go all the way back to the keeper, Jared Maloney. As Nurin Savananthan puts that ball out of bounds and slows things down, allowing his squad to recuperate. Remen with it. Remen switching play to Gallo. Gallo with the captain's armband will stop it and give it right back to Remen when he comes across the pitch. Ball patiently being worked around. This is Faris Amari. Amari's ball in towards Kanani, and Kanani unable to get onto the end of it. Interesting name that I was surprised to not see continue to play with this Alliance United was Daniel Haber, who played a couple games at the start of the season. Was a very exciting announcement. Has a couple caps with the national team. And then he kind of disappeared. Didn't really get the full story on that one from Alliance head coach Ilya Orlov, but apparently they had gone to the Maccabi games in Israel together over the summer, and then he just moved on to pastures new. So if anyone wants to fill me in on what happened there, I would love to know. This Alliance squad, not only did they lose to ProStars, but they did lose to the reigning champions, Guelph United, but that's it. They put themselves in a really good position, finished third on the year. That's why they got this matchup against 6th place ProStars. But they got draws against some pretty good competition in North Toronto, Vaughan, and Blue Devils FC, and a win against Simcoe. So they found themselves in third place for good reason. Al James working hard to win the ball back. Gets it to DeFeo. DeFeo to Ferris Amari. Amari across the face of goal, but right into the arms of Praveen Alian. Ahilan, rather that. Sorry, Praveen. Made that mistake more than once now, and I do apologize. This is Jake Robinson pumping the ball up towards Dusan Kovacic. Reminal hesitate and create a tense situation there as Jared Maloney wasn't sure if he was going to touch that ball in towards him or make a play on it. And no call on the play is Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski slow to his feet. Protestations from the ProStars players as to why there's no call on the play, and we're gonna have a little tete-a-tete between our referee and head coach John Yanku.
Shameful for the league. Nothing for the league. Shameful.
Referee Niven Rezada letting Ahilan take his time to have some attention from the medical staff. Score line is still 2-0 for Alliance United here in the 37th minute of play. It's been back and forth, though. Opportunities at both ends. But Achu Savanathan, just relentless, absolutely unstoppable. Second goal, got his own rebound in. That first goal was an absolute beauty as Stakic put a ball into the box, and the glancing header gave Jared Maloney absolutely no chance to make a save. It was pinpoint accuracy as that one was played into the side netting. Couldn't have done it better myself, let me tell you. I think that's pretty common, that most of these goals are better than anything you or I could score. Unless you're really that good, my friends. In which case, why aren't you playing League One? Get on out here. Looks like it's a lot of fun out there. I know it means a lot to these players. It certainly means a lot to these players to see the fans out, and there's a ton of fans out here today. Look at you guys. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, pal. Enjoying this game as much as they can. So we got a few minutes here. Let me tell you a little about League One Ontario. If you are just watching a League One Ontario game for the first time, League One Ontario is the provincial pro-am standards-based soccer league and is sanctioned by FIFA through the Domestic Authority of Canada Soccer and Ontario Soccer. Founded in 2014, League One enters its 8th season of play in 2022 with 20 teams in its Women's Premier Division and 22 in the Men's Premier Division. As Ahilan smashes a ball up towards half. bounces around a little bit. Bremen goes back to Gallo. Gallo will clear and pumps it up the pitch. Montero going in against Zis. This is Campoli. Matt Montero trying to clear the ball out of bounds. Stakic. Leotis smashing it up, but Victor Gallo will get ahead to it. This is not who you want on the ball if you're ProStars. Achu Savananthan. Such a dynamic player. Play is switched for Niran Savananthan, and that's going to go out of bounds. So as I was saying, though, my friends, League One serves as a stepping stone between high-performance youth soccer and fully professional levels of the game. Its primary focus is the showcase and development of Canada's future stars. Yes. The fans are upset again about a soft call, according to them. I'm not going to say anything. The officials have a better look than I do here, but League One's primary focus is the showcase and development of Canada's future stars, and to that end, more than 150 players, male and female, have graduated from League One to the professional levels of the game in Canada and across the globe. For more information, please visit league1ontario.com. You can also find League One on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the TikTok, if you're a TikToker. Alex Zis wins the ball back after Remen got a foot to it, and Zis's pass deflected, or directly, rather, that out of bounds. Montero with it now, back to Savananthan. Niran Savananthan's pass is blocked. Remen collects. He's found DeFeo. DeFeo with a bit of time, and he's going to decide to slow things down and swinging it back to Victor Gallo. Gallo shipping it up the pitch, and there's 3 yellow jerseys closing in on the man the coaching staff just called Markey, because I think they have a hard time pronouncing his last name too. This is Faris Omari with it, cutting back outside down towards the touchline, puts it across the face of goal, but it looks like it might have gone off of a defender, and Evan Rizada says that it did as well. Two ProStars players hit the deck, claiming to have been hit in the face. No call from the referee as that ball goes all the way across the pitch off of a glancing header from an Alliance defender. This is Amari. Campoli with it now, and that'll go off of a defender and out for another corner kick. Alexis peeling off to get into position for the short corner to be taken. This with a ball on his left foot, swings it into the box. Achu Sabananthan going up against Kanani. Kanani gets to it, has this. Amari puts it in towards the box. Cries for a handball from the fans, but not from the players. Ahilan diving save. Lovely bit of footwork here from Remen, but his pass just out of place. Savananthan taken down by Al James. That's going to be slowed down. Alliance will take their time getting this ball back into play. Ball out wide for Achut Sabananthan. His ball goes off the back of Al James's head, and Wojtek Shovsky's got it on his foot, and he's found Faris Amari with a lovely ball. I don't think the fans thought it was going to get there. I certainly didn't. This is DeFeo putting it into the box, and that one's going to be cleared and out for a ProStars throw as they continue to maintain pressure. This is Gallo. Getting it back from this is Gallo. Zis going back to collect the ball. This is Barry Kahn. Gallo. DeFeo giving it back to Gallo. Gallo looking for options and mistouches the ball. Charging back is Amari, and he's able to win it back. Bit of space here on the left side now that Alliance have made the push to win back possession. DeFeo cutting inside. DeFeo with it still. He's found Alex Zis. Zis more than willing to take his time on it. Left-footed ball in towards Wojciechowski. This is Zachu Savananthan, full head of steam. Playing it into the corner. Ran onto by Dusan Kovacevic. And Al James with a wonderful, or Victor Gallo rather, that with a wonderful sliding challenge to put that ball out of bounds. We just had an indication as to how much extra time would be added on, and it appears to be 4 minutes after those 800 yellow cards we've seen so far in the first half. That's not to say they were shown without merit. It's just been a very physical altercation here so far. A referee, Niven Rezada, making Al James take a step back, to which Al James does, and then follows it up with 3 steps forward. The old 1 step back, 3 steps forward. That's how I live my life. This is Gallo. He's found DeFeo, who will cut back inside, keeping the ball on his right foot, slipping it through for Remen. Montero steps up to make a challenge, but misses the ball. This is Ferris Amari with it. He's switched over to the right side after being on the left to start this match, and his cross is going to be blocked by Savananthan. And that's going to go out for a ProStars throw. Everybody taking their time to get this ball back into play. DeFeo with it. Playing it into the corner for Amari. Amari to cross it, but sliding challenge from Niren Savananthan. That's going to go out for a ProStars kick. Time slipping through the hourglass, though, here, friends. Only moments remaining in this first half of action. Still 2-0 for Alliance. Both goals from Achu Savananthan. Ball whipped into the far post. Squirts out the back of the box. This is shot in towards Ahilan, and that's going to be it, folks. As mentioned moments ago, 2-0 for Alliance as we head into the halftime break. ProStars looking for answers as they continue to knock on the door, but not getting the relief they're looking for with each wave of pressure and attack. We'll be back in 15 minutes with your second half of action.
up, guys. Give it up. Give it up.
All right, friends, we're back with your second half of action here at Bond Grove as Alliance United find themselves up 2-0 over ProStars FC. Talked to both head coaches at halftime, and a couple things to consider. Firstly, expect to see two up top for ProStars here. They're going to look to add more pressure. John Yaku, head coach of ProStars, was very happy with his team's performance in that last 15 minutes, but he felt they were pretty flat in the first 15, and they were punished with the ball over the top on multiple occasions. Ilya Orlov, head coach of Alliance United, happy with his team's performance. Good half to start things off, but there's 45 minutes to go, he says. You heard it there, friends. Pharrell Francis into the match, taking out Matt Montero. Wojciechowski taken down moments ago, slow to his feet, but he'll get back up and finish this game off. Looks like he may have taken a bump to his hip there as Al James throw the ball in to get things back underway. Got to make another apology here, friends, as I've been repeatedly making a mistake as Remen's number 42. And I have a feeling on more than one occasion I called Brian Kahn Remen. Opportunity there for Wojciechowski, but unable to put that in the back of the net and draw his team within one here in early doors. 46th minute of play. We just barely cracked open the second half here. Leotis pushing a ball up towards Vananthan, but Al James will muscle him off of the ball, and that's going to go out for another ProStars throw. ProStars are a team that are always willing to battle, so don't count them out, especially considering we saw such a strong attack in that last 15 minutes, wave after wave of pressure that they were applying. Fabulous work there by Kahn to win possession for ProStars in a dangerous spot. Victor Gallo with it now, being closed down. Wojciechowski lost his footing and Gallo had to hesitate on getting the ball up the field. His pass eventually blocked by Adam Tesker. Long throw looking for Kanani. Goes over his head. High boot there. No call on the play. As Jacob Maruto Robinson. Wojciechowski. Ball off of Campoli's boot is blocked and out for a ProStars throw in. 48 minutes deep here, friends. This looks to be Ferris Kanani with the ball. Alex Ziss, stutter step, turns, playing it back, but mistimed the pass, and we've got a counterattack here as Alliance charge up the pitch, full head of steam. Carlo DeFeo sliding in with a great challenge to win back possession. Gets the ball back himself, slows things down. And he's found Remen. Mashoud Remen popping a ball up for Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski, sorry, I keep getting that wrong, and I apologize once again. So I was talking about the game yesterday before the start of the match, but we couldn't get our computer system to load up and get you the goal scorers in that match. In the 83rd minute of play for Simcoe County Rovers, it was the one, the only Riley Wishart breaking the deadlock. And then 5 minutes later, Ethan Beckford, who had the best chance of the game earlier on in the first half, is Amir Kamani finds himself charging and streaking in towards the top of the box. He's looking for Campoli, but his pass is blocked. This is Remen with it now. Remen in towards Amari again, and that ball is eventually going to go out of bounds off the chest of Kanani and out for an Alliance goal kick. So I was saying Ethan Beckford had the best chance of the second half prior to the goal early on, as he skied a ball a bit over the goal as he was being closed down quickly by the goalkeeper. Great to see Ethan Beckford back in League One Ontario. He had a very, very good 2017 season, or half a season rather, that even, with Toronto FC 3. Was their leading scorer when he left, and left room for Cyrus Rollix to step up and take over that role as the leading striker for TFC 3 back 5 years ago now. Went to Penn State, played for a little while there before trying his hand over in the UK, and has made his way back and is playing under his father now with the Simcoe County Rovers. And they've put together a fabulous maiden voyage here in League One Ontario, making their way into the playoffs. And the result of this game, we'll see where they play. If Alliance win, Alliance will take on Blue Devils FC. But if ProStars are able to claw their way back into this match, they'll be taking on Vaughan. If Alliance should give up this 2-goal lead and let ProStars back into the game, and the final 90 has been called, we will go directly into penalties as the ball goes in towards Ahilan's goal, and he tips that over the crossbar and out for a corner kick. Didn't look as dangerous as it ended up being. Rather innocuous ball put in towards goal, but maybe Ahilan wasn't expecting it, and things got a little dicier than they needed to be. This looks to be Carlo DeFeo standing over the ball right now. No, rather that's Alex Ziss, DeFeo's last man back, and that being said, he's still only 15, 20 yards off the top of the 18-yard box. ProStars really pushing everyone up the pitch right now, trying to get themselves back into this game. All or nothing for the team in white here. Ziss gets it back on the near sideline. Overlapping run from Campoli. That's going to be headed clear, and DeFeo is the only man back, and he's being closed down quickly by Tesker. I'll go back to Jared Maloney, who gives it right back to DeFeo. He's got a little bit more time now. Worked it out wide for Wojciechowski. And dangerous ball into the box, but Ahilan able to come out and collect. Tries to get it up to Svananthan, and he does after it bounces off a couple of Alliance players. This is Amari putting it out wide for the aforementioned Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski smashing a ball well wide of the goal there, and we've got another substitution coming here, friends, as it looks like Artem Tesker's going to be making his way out of the match, and he'll be replaced by Nicholas Osorio. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. I'll let you figure that one out on your own. Still waiting for the substitution to be allowed to enter the pitch. If you haven't figured out my trivia question here yet, folks, this Nicholas Osorio is, in fact, the brother of Jonathan Osorio of Canadian national team fame. Possibly my favorite TFC player as well. Don't tell him I said that. This is Ahalan being closed down by Kanani. Ahalan's ball up over the pit, up over the center line rather, and Gallo gets ahead to it, bouncing around. Maruda Robinson putting it back into the middle. Remen blocks the pass. This is Stakic. Leotis going all the way back to his keeper. Kanani giving chase. Kanani gets onto the end of it. Kanani's shot is blocked by Ahalan. What a phenomenal save by Ahalan. He came sprawling out of his box and made himself big enough to block Kanani's shot. Amir Kanani, snake bitten here so far in this match. 17 goals on the season for that man. Not one there though. This is DeFeo. Playing it out wide. Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski with it on his right foot. That looks to be blocked as it pops up into the air. Dangerous as it bounces around at the top of the box. Savananthan's pass is tipped and it'll go back to Gallo. This is Barry Kahn. Amari with another ball up over the top, and it's brought down by Kempoli. Kempoli with it at the edge of the box. Kempoli cutting back. He's got Al James behind him. Doesn't bother to play it back. His cross is blocked and skies up into the air and casually brought down by Praveen Ahalan, who will take his sweet time getting it back into play. 57th minute of action here, friends, from Vaughan Grove. Still 2-0. Both goals from this man right here, Achu Savananthan. Leotis, ball up over the top. That was brought down by Kovacevic. Another substitution coming here.
ProStars substitution, 58 number 14, entering the match, number 32, Michael.
Looks like Marcos Nunes has made his way into the match. I'll have a confirmation. Here's another shot in towards Jared Maloney. Is blocked and quickly released out to Carlo DeFeo. Faris Kanani, or Faris Amari rather, that. Able to keep that ball in with a rather athletic display there. Victor Gallo sliding in, makes another great challenge. And again, Osorio is going to get whistled down there for getting stuck in late. Ball put back into play quickly by ProStars. Kanani's pushed from behind, and that'll be a call on Stakic. Looks as though it was Mashoud Remen who was taken out of the game here in the 59th minute. Alliance have really done a good job of quelling the pressure here from ProStars and not allowed them to continue to attack as they did in the first half. That's not to say that the majority of possession hasn't been down in the Alliance end, but they've done what they do best and weathered the storm. And you heard it there, folks. Kovacevic out of the match and Johnson Amu coming in. Johnson Amu. I think I mentioned this earlier. 6 goals on the season, putting him in 3rd place for this squad. So good attacking player. Here's another one in Ferris Amari. He cuts back to the top of the box, hammers a shot in towards goal, and that goes just over Ahilan's net, but I think he would have been there regardless. It went just over his head. 30 minutes to go here, friends. We'll see what this ProStars team has inside them. They'll want to be digging deep here, which is something you expect from them. As I mentioned earlier, this attitude, desire to step up every game is what John Yaku loves about his squad. And certainly how all the boys stepped up and the back line really improved as the season went along. One of the things that he noted was one of the real big changes is they had a really, really good July where they actually managed to have 4 clean sheets and 5 wins. They changed up the training regimen. They started to add a couple more evening sessions, as throughout the year they'd been training earlier in the day down by the Paramount Foods Center in Mississauga. Svanathan heads that ball clear. Ahilan ships the ball up towards half. Al James going up to battle Sabananthan. Osorio not able to get on the end of the header. This is Gallo with it once more, slowing things down. DeFeo play it to Barry Kahn. Kahn looking at his options, and DeFeo seems like the best one for him. You can see how it's just a touch of pressure here from the Alliance attackers being applied to the back line when they get it up towards half. Great bit of footwork from Campoli here. Ball pushed out wide. This is Amari again with it on his left foot. Sliding challenge. Great block there from the Alliance defenders. The ball squirts back out to Amari. He's going to find Al James with it now. James being pressured, harried off of the ball by Achu Savananthan. His 2 goals in the first half still stand as the only markers so far in this game. This is Barry Kahn. Victor Gallo with a ton of space, and he can hit goal from there. He actually scored a goal for Blue Devils FC last season from just about that spot against ProStars towards the end of the season. So wouldn't it be out of character for him to put one in on goal from there? Al James gets his throw in for Kanani. This is Campoli with it. Campoli giving himself a little bit of space. The University of Ontario Institute of Technology Ridgeback. Victor Gallo slips up. This is Savananthan, and Alliance have numbers. Savananthan looking to keep it himself. What can he do? He's split a bunch of defenders, but ends up losing his footing and goes to ground. No call from the referee, and very cavalier from Mark Wojciechowski. He refused to go chase that ball down and gave a glorious opportunity for Alliance as they charge back down the pitch. And the foul on the play means that Alliance are going to have a free kick here in a very, very dangerous position. We saw them score their first goal with a very similar spot on the kick as Stakic put a ball into the box, and the glancing header from Savananthan got past Jared Maloney. Maloney setting up his wall now. 3 players in there. Looks to be DeFeo, Wojciechowski, and Gallo. Stakic over the ball once again. Evan Rezada, our official for this match, blows his whistle to get us back underway. Stakic puts the ball in towards the far post, and that's going to be escorted out over the touchline for a goal kick. Take this opportunity now to talk to you about a couple of our sponsors. Tonight's League One Ontario broadcast is made possible by the support of its partners. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. This ProStars team looking to regroup after another slight scare in their end, as everyone held their breath. Campoli taken down, no call on the play. You can hear how upset the fans are. Savanathan chasing this one down, shot it towards goal, and he finishes off the hat trick. Achu Savanathan, 66th minute of play, makes it 3-0 for Alliance United. And it's going to be real tough for John Yaku and his ProStars squad. You can see them all hands on hips, hands on knees. Everyone looks befuddled, not sure what they're going to do with themselves. Wind completely taken out of their sails here as Achu Savanathan gets his third of the game.
Number 17, Achu Savanathan.
Sticking with our sponsor script here, Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and preferred match ball for League One Ontario. It looks like we're playing with the Derby Star right now, and it's found the back of the net 3 times thanks to Achu Savanathan. This last one off of a fantastic counterattack by Alliance United, and he was able to beat Jared Maloney to the ball, top of the box, and slip it past him with a deft touch. Gallo with a poor touch on the ball, and Johnson Amu muscled off by Campoli, or rather that's Barry Kahn. Both these squads wearing Macron jerseys, and you know Macron's a proud sponsor of League One Ontario. Work hard, play harder. That's their motto. Campoli laying it off. Zis chipping it up over the top. Kanani giving chase. Kanani with it still as he pops it up over Leotis. Leotis putting a arm in the back. This is Ferris Amari with it now, cutting to his right foot. Slips it up to Campoli. Campoli dispossessed as Johnson Amu was able to get there. And Savanathan now with the full head of steam being closed down by Al James. Al James with the sliding challenge from behind, able to win the ball back. Great work there from the ageless wonder, Al James, as he gets the ball back once again. Johnson and James battling for it. Johnson Amu, rather, that. Ball low wide for Ferris Amari, who's found Kanani, Amir Kanani in the corner. He's going to give it back to Amari. Is this back to Amari, and Amari pushing it down towards the touchline, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Alliance defender, Jacob Maruto Robinson, and it's been darn near impossible for anyone to get by Maruto Robinson so far in this match. We've got another substitution coming here for ProStars. Looks to be Campoli coming out of the match.
ProStars substitution at the 78th minute. Number 34, Christopher Campoli. 29, Julian D'Souza.
And it'll be D'Souza making his way in for Campoli. Julian D'Souza, number 29. He'll be familiar to any of the young people. As I was going to say, any of the young people who've attended the FTF combines, he's always on hand as part of the staff for those events. And D'Souza held up by head official Nevin Rizada, rather that. But ProStars eventually get the ball back into play. Al James over it now. Laying it off for Amari. D'Souza with it. We'll see what kind of a performance we can get out of D'Souza. And speaking of performances, Vibrant Performance are proud sponsors of League One Ontario. Canada's most trusted automotive high-performance brand, in fact. Ball pushed out wide. This is Johnson Amu. Step over, top of the box for Osorio. Osorio shot in towards goal. Maloney makes the initial save, but there to bang it in is the other Savannathan. If your name's not Savannathan, you're not scoring today, apparently. And Niran Savannathan making it 4-0 for Alliance over ProStars. And the Savannathan brothers running amok here in this match, and this one is looking to be out of reach for ProStars. We'll see if they can get themselves back into it, but I'm not going to hold my breath here, friends. And what's been an absolutely phenomenal season for this squad, whose expectation was just to be middle of the pack as they started the campaign, found themselves top 6. Absolutely phenomenal positioning. And it looks as though Al James is going to make his way out of the game here for ProStars. Coming into the game. You'll have to let me find it here. Forgive me, friends. I think my game sheet might be wrong. Anyways, doesn't matter. Maloney's got it now. As it looks as though we've got a defender coming off for an attacker. And it's Bradley Ojbavoon who's made his way onto the pitch. Ojbavoon now with his first touch and unable to get a foot on it. This is Alexis dancing around at the top of the box. Playing it out wide. Swung into the box. Middle of the box. Bouncing around, and Zachu Savannathan clearing it out as far as Barry Kahn. D'Souza with it now. Looking at his options. He's got Zis on the far side, and he's found him. Calls for a handball from the ProStars players on the pitch, but no call given by the referee. This is D'Souza. D'Souza sprays a ball out wide. This will be brought down. Another ball swung into the box and brought down by the Alliance defender, and Ahelan walks over and picks it up. No call, though. Apparently not an intentional pass back, which I can understand. Ahelan given a ton of time here, though, to get the ball back into play. DeFeo charging up the pitch to try and win the header, and goes over his head and his opponents and into the corner now. This is Johnson Amu charging in towards the top of the box. Shot in towards goal. Great save by Maloney, and Amu puts his shot just well wide of the goal, but he was offside regardless. This is, again, really just the cherry on top for an absolutely phenomenal season from this Alliance United squad. It's a group that's kind of been together for 5, 6, 7 years for a lot of them, according to head coach Ilya Orlov. They had a good start. Tough goal kind of in the middle, but really finished strong. They were expecting a good game, but they've absolutely dominated in the one category that counts, and that's finishing your chances here. Because possession's certainly been in the hands of, or on the foot of, ProStars players throughout most of this game. And one of the players that we were told to watch before the game by head coach Eli Orloff was Jacob Maruto Robinson, and he's really shone as probably the best one-on-one defender in the league, as Eli Orloff likes to call him, and a great glancing header off the head of Amir Kanani, but that's going to go just over the goal and out for a corner, or a goal kick rather, that. One member of staff on the bench for Alliance United is former League One Ontario communications manager Cormac Ray, who I had a chance to talk to, and he told me before the game, and I'm not going to say I doubted him, but I shouldn't have, I may have for a moment, in saying that the Savananthan brothers were going to be absolutely exceptional, and they have not disappointed here as D'Souza gets whistled. Or no, gets the call rather, that. When I think a lot of people were expecting otherwise there just momentarily. Wojciechowski putting a ball in, and that's blocked. The ball up over the top. D'Souza gets to it first. This is Savananthan again. At you, Savananthan. Top of the box. Puts it across goal. Victor Gallo gets a foot to it. It was looking for Osorio, but Osorio ends up getting onto it. Stakic now with a quick little pass, and he had Johnson. Johnson's shot is parried wide of the goal on a great save there by Jared Maloney. Kanani trying to get around Savananthan, and that ball will go out of bounds for another ProStars throw-in. About 13 minutes left here in this match. ProStars, no answers for this back four presented by Alliance, unable to get any real clear and dangerous chances. Alliance more than happy to sit back and absorb the pressure. They're just so good defensively. And ProStars keep finding themselves pushing up the pitch, and they're going to end up getting caught one of these days. They already have on a couple of occasions, and that was an absolutely phenomenal sliding challenge there from Barry Kahn, who looks to have switched sides with Victor Gallo here. This is Ferris Amari cutting back inside onto his right foot, smashes the ball in towards Ahilan, and he'll take his time getting up to his feet. Whistle blown. Looks as though got a man down on the pitch for Alliance. It looks to be Stakic. He'll get some attention here from the medical staff. How about the camera work from my man Andre here? Look at that tight shot on the athletic therapist. You don't get that. You don't get that kind of quality every game, let me tell you. We'll take this opportunity to talk about a couple other sponsors that make this all possible so that we can make sure Andre gets paid. First and foremost, let's talk about Sports Engine. Bring your team together with Sports Engine HQ. And then the Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. Also, sticking with the governing bodies of soccer here in the province of Ontario, Ontario Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. And Canada Soccer as well, keeping that ball rolling. Sign up for the new Canada Red Fan membership program to get the inside track on national team tickets, exclusive merchandise, and other promotions. And with that, my friends, the athletic therapist is leaving the field, and we're done paying the bills here. So, Andre, you can go cash your paycheck. Savannathan bringing it down to Souza, gives him a little bit of shove. That's going to get called right away. Nobody in any sort of a rush here to take this kick for Alliance. You can't blame them, up 4-0 here in the 80th minute. Stakic sauntering over to finally put this ball back into play. 4 players in the box for Alliance as they're in absolutely no need of a goal. And Johnson. Great save there by Jared Maloney. Quick counter attack here, but Johnson Amu peeling back into his own end, and ProStars looking to keep the ball in play, but unable to do so was Amir Kanani. And again, Kanani has been snake bitten here in this match. No goals after scoring 17 throughout the regular season, and just unable to connect the dots, this ProStars squad so far today. As once again, the minutes continue to tick off the clock, and it looks more and more unlikely that the team from Brampton wearing white are going to be able to charge back into this game and get themselves into a position to strike back and either send this game into penalties or make it 5 and somehow win this game. They'd really have to step up the intensity here, and with this lackadaisical attitude here from Alliance and getting the play back underway, you can see the seconds ticking off the clock. Ball shipped up the pitch. Cleared back into the ProStars end. Victor Gallo gets ahead to it. Kanani battling here with Achu Sabananthan, and he's eventually brought down by Sabananthan. Kanani all over the pitch, and you can see him hobbled a little bit there. It looks like he's walked it off.
Oh, well done, ref.
Good anticipation there from Sabananthan, but he ends up getting called for the handball. That was Abjaboon with possession there. Amari with it now. Playing it back to Barry Kahn. Kahn plays it out wide. Stakic out wide for Johnson Amu. Stakic once again into the middle. Taken down, and referee Nevin Rezada coming over, having a word with Alexander Ziss. No card on the play, but more seconds ticking off the clock. 84th minute of play, still 4-0. The end is in sight, and it looks, if this score holds up, as though Alliance United are going to be taking on Blue Devils FC on Sunday at 4 o'clock at Sheridan College. And Simcoe County Rovers will be taking on Vaughan on Saturday up at the North Maple Regional Park on Keel Street. Up a little bit further north than where we already are in the city above Toronto, the city of Vaughan. Barry Kahn getting the call there as he worked so very hard to try and win back possession. Eventually doing so, but D'Souza gets stuck in on Stockage and no call on the play. D'Souza's sliding in again, and he's going to get a card for that. He's been reckless on those last 2 plays in a row. Lucky to not get a red there as he made very little attempt on the ball there, it looked like. And
Come on, Lionel, get this game sorted.
you can see tempers beginning to flare as Sam Gardner gets up into the face of Bradley Agbubon. Victor Gallo coming up to try and have a word with the referee as both teams move in to separate their players. No sense in anyone getting a red card here. We saw what happened in that last game of the season last week for this ProStars squad as Joshua Pardis Proctor got sent off and had to miss this game. And he would have been a great help to this team if he would have been available. But he's not, because he let his temper get the better of him. That ball off the boot of Maruto Johnson to absolutely no one. He's had a good game, though. Has really given Ferris Amari no inch, no quarter here for 87 minutes. This is Kanani. Amir Kanani with it now on the right side. Kanani sliding in to try and win the ball back, and he's going to get a talking to from the referee here. Looked like a decent sliding challenge from this angle, but, you know, Niven Rezada has got a better look at it than I do, that's for sure. Who am I to question him? I gotta say, Niven's also a pretty good guy, too. He and I used to both volunteer for Canada Soccer together back in the day, got to know each other. I'm not going to say a bad thing about a guy who invited me to his Premier League pool preseason in 2014. Good guy, quality guy. Offside on the play. Another substitution looking to enter the match here for Alliance as D'Souza gets the ball out wide for Ferris Amari. This touch lets him down, and Osorio plays it into the middle. Good little run there from Osorio, but he continued to go unseen. Abgubon. This is Barry Kahn. D'Souza cutting it back outside to Abgubon. Kanani with it now. What can Kanani do? Abgubon. Bradley Abgubon with it on his right foot. Shot in towards goal, and that one. I'm still waiting for that ball to come down. It might hit the space station. Looks like we've got 2 Alliance substitutions here. This is a tactical move to kill a little time off the clock, I would imagine. A little bit of gamesmanship by Ilya Orlov. DeFeo with it now. Slipping a pass through for D'Souza, but unable to connect the dots. And it's the man with the plan, Savannathan. Sliding in, making the challenges. Savannathan again. He's got the ball again. Charging into the box. He's laid it off for Osorio, and that was Stackage rather than his ball well wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. So it'll be 15 coming in for 17. That means that Achu Savannathan and his 3 goals are going to make their way off the pitch. Kingsley Bilal coming in place of him. You can hear the crowd giving a round of applause for a man who darn well deserves it. And 14 is going to be coming in, which is Abdul Hamad for number 5. Sam Gardner making his way out of the match. And it looks like one more here. Looks as though Tesker came out as well. But we'll confirm that for you in just a moment. And also, just announced 2 minutes of additional time to be added onto this one. We've reached the 90th minute, 4-0 here. I'm predicting that Alliance are going to win this game. Been wrong once before, but I don't think this will be a second time, friends. Omari's ball across the face of goal, headed clear. This is D'Souza bringing it down. Gallo lets it go. Wojciechowski letting Zis mess around with it on that far side. That's it, folks. That's the game. 4-0 final. Got to give the man of the match to Achu Savannathan with his 3 goals. His brother, Niren, getting the 4th. And that's going to wrap things up here from this game at Vaughan Grove, as our playoff semifinals are set. It'll be Alliance United taking on Blue Devils FC on Sunday, with Simcoe County Rovers taking on the undefeated Vaughan Azzurri in Vaughan on Saturday evening. Both matches will be available here live on League One Ontario's YouTube channel. I'll be doing the live stream play-by-play for both those matches. You're not going to want to miss them. I'm predicting fireworks in both matches. All 4 teams absolutely phenomenal. Until then, though, friends, I've been Pierce Lang. I want to say thank you so very much for tuning in, and we'll see you this weekend with the rest of your League One Ontario playoff matches.